साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। साई रामाय विद्महे आत्मा रामाय धीमहि तन्नो बाबा प्रचोदयात्। ओम शांति शांति शांति।
Sai Ram, please repeat after me. O Lord, take my love, let it flow in full devotion to Thee. O Lord, take my hands, let them work unceasingly for Thee. O Lord, take my soul, let merge in perfect oneness with Thee. O Lord, take my mind, let my thoughts be in tune with Thee. O Lord, take my everything, and let me be an instrument for Thee.
Sai Ram, dear brothers and sisters, today we have with us Sister Sai Ranjani to share her experiences with us on this auspicious occasion of Ishwaramma Day. Sister Sai Ranjani is a third generation devotee of our beloved Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. She was Swami's student from 2005 to 2012. She studied 11th and 12th class at Sri Satya Sai Higher Secondary School at Puttaparthi. She also studied BSc and MSc at the Sri Satya Sai Institute of Higher Learning, Anantapur campus. Sister Sai Ranjani has had the opportunity to compose, sing, and play harmonium and keyboard in front of Swami both in school and college. Right now, she lives in Bentonville with her husband Harish and son Sarvajit. Now, I would like to virtually hand over the mic to Sister Sai Ranjani. Sai Ram. Sai Ram. Sai Ram.
My humble offering at Swami's lotus feet, respected elders and my dear brothers and sisters, Sai Ram to one and all. For the first time I heard about Mother Ishwaramba from my grandmother. So she would tell us stories about the days when my father was a little kid. So the description which really touched my heart about Mother Ishwaramba that I've heard from my childhood days is, she would say when they would go to Puttaparthi during those days, during 1960s and 70s. So the usual tradition used to be that they would go for darshan. Immediately after darshan, during those days, the Kulwant hall was not there. So just next to the mandir, Swami's mandir, there would be this Mother Ishwaramba's will be there and they would all go to her and they'll take her blessings. She said one thing, for example, if somebody is having any problem, they would go to Mother Ishwaramba and they would tell her, and very sweetly she listened to everything and she would say, don't worry, Swami will take care. She's a very sweet person who would listen to everybody and with so much of smile and happiness. She would be so welcoming. So we'll start with the bhajan. Ishwaramba Priyanandana Ishwaramba Priyanandana Sai Jaya Jagadvandana Sai Jaya Jagadvandana Sai Jaya Jagadvandana Sai Jaya Jagadvandana Ishwaramba Priyanandana Ratnakara Kula Bhushana Rajivarnayana Narayana Narayana Hari Narayana Narayana Satya Narayana Narayana Sai Narayana Narayana Satya Narayana Ishwaramba Priyanandana. It's a great opportunity to be here with all of you on this auspicious day of Ishwaramba Day. To start with, as I said, my family has been with Swami in Swami's fold from the 1960s. And then my parents, and then myself and my younger brother, we came into Swami's fold. So in my house, my parents, both of them, they would love bhajans so much. So my father was very inclined to harmonium. So the first thing he said when I was born, he would pray to Swami that Swami, my daughter should be able to play harmonium. At the same time, my mom, she's a Carnatic singer. So she prayed to Swami that Swami, my daughter should be able to sing for you. So from a very young age, I started playing harmonium and my parents would say, you have to sing for Swami. So that interest was very high. And one day my parents told me, I asked them, so how do we go and sing for Swami Amma? Like, how is it going to happen? And then my parents told me, start praying to Swami that you want to become a student. So with so much of prayer and with Swami's blessings, and finally I got into Swami's school in the year 2005 in my 11th standard. So this was one of the most beautiful things. I remember to be chosen as Swami's student. One of the most happiest day of my life. So I got into Swami's school. I remember those first few days. So it was like things had changed by then, 2005. Things had drastically changed because Swami was not that approachable. He would come in his car for darshan. If you see the old videos of Swami's students, students could go and talk to Swami, or Swami would come directly to students. Such things, such interactions had drastically reduced. So this put me to thought, oh my God, so finally we are into Swami's school, but how are we going to sing or play for Swami? So this thought was very high. So I was like, okay, anyways, let's continue the prayers. Swami will bless us. So when I went to my 12th standard, in Swami's campus, be it the Anandpur campus or Prashanti campus or be it schools, the final year happens to be a very important year. Like in school, the 12th grade is a very important year. Why? Because the students are going to pass out from the 12th grade. This is a very important year where the children, they get to offer gratitude to Swami in the end, after finishing the 12th grade. So then what I heard from my teachers and my friends was that for the past 3-4 years, this chance of putting up the gratitude program had reduced. And the girls were not getting chance. So again, I was so sad, very upset, thinking that Swami, now what are we going to do? So then finally my friend came up with a thing. She said, let's do something. We were 36 of us in our batch. And my friend suggested, why don't we do something? Let us start a group prayer. Because that was the only way we could approach Swami here. Because there was no other way we could tell Swami. If only Swami wishes, the program would happen, Swami would bless us. So we thought, okay, fine, let's do something. We need to make Swami happy. So to make Swami happy, the first thing we really worked upon was to stand united. We all wanted to be very united and we don't speak bad about each other. So whatever Swami expects from us, we tried following all those small things in our 12th grade. And there was one more beautiful thing we started with, a positive interpretation. So this particular thing, what it is like we would go to a room. For example, we would be in our classrooms and switch off the light and you would all be sitting. And one of us, she would tell a prayer. The prayer would be that Swami is going to bless all of us and he is going to listen to us sing. Then Swami is going to talk to us. And then he's going to be blessing all of us and we are so happy when we are coming out of the room. One beautiful thing which we imagined as such, all of us, was the room is very dim. So this prayer went on and on for 2 months. Continuously we went on doing it. And we would be so happy after doing it. Just the moment of having spent with Swami in the imagination itself gave so much of happiness. So then finally, because the day had come, January passed, sports meet got over, then it was the month of February, our exams were approaching, our board exams. So we were like, Swami, you need to bless us now. Something has to happen. Only the magic, only Swami can do it. I still remember the day. It was around Feb 27th. So it was around Feb 25th or 26th, we get a message from Mandir, from Swami, saying that tell girls to come tomorrow. We were so thrilled. The fact that Swami has sent a message for us and the fact that we are going to go to Kulwant Hall and we are going to be seated in front of him and Swami is going to come and bless all of us. It's a very beautiful feeling and we were all so excited. The whole night prayers went on and on. We made so many cards from Swami. And we were waiting for the moment which we've been waiting for so many days. We went in the morning. Swami said, you all come in the evening. So we all went with our cards and then with our instruments and everything. We went and sat in the mandir. And then Swami came out. He came in his car. So if you would have seen Kulwant Hall during those days, Swami would stop his car after going, behind the Ganesha thing, where the interview room is there. That's a place Swami would actually stop the car. But that day, he stopped the car right in front of the primary school children where the little boys sit. He stopped the car right there. So Swami was there in front of us. He got down. The sight was very beautiful. So it looked like the sun is coming to us. Very beautiful. Swami came down with so much of smile and very beautifully he came, he stood there and then he called our headmistress auntie. She went to Swami and then Swami, each and every student went. Now to give you a little backstory here. Usually for the gratitude program, students would prepare some songs. So we would compose some songs for Swami. So to give a small scenario, the 12th grade happens to be a very busy year where our whole day is fully packed. We have to study, we have got so many subjects. So we get up in the morning at 6, it goes on till 12 o'clock in the night. We have to do preparations and our exams were starting in the month of March. So we have to compose a song and we were amateurs. We didn't know how to compose songs. Some of us could sing, but didn't know how to put words and tune together and come out with a beautiful music. And on top of it, we didn't have the time. So we were like, somehow we have to compose at least one song for Swami and we cannot leave this chance. So finally, my friend and me, what we would do is, after everybody goes to sleep, including our teachers, silently we would go into the washrooms. And why washroom is because that's a place nobody will come and see what's happening inside. So we would go there, and the best part is our helpers would clean everything and keep. So night after 12, we would go there, so me and my friend, with a box of chit, which would have the messages of Swami. So it would have like 108 messages of Swami. So we will go with that. So how the composition happened was we would compose one line and then we'll pick up a chit, thinking that Swami is going to give us a message. And if the tune is nice and if Swami is loving it, the Swami, the message would come. I'm so happy with you. And then if, for example, if the tune is not nice or if it's not going so well, Swami would say, keep trying. So such interesting messages we would get from Swami, and then the whole song got framed up. We were so happy. The song was beautiful. It was our first offering to Swami. And then now coming back to the present, we were in front of Swami, and now Swami, one girl had a whole booklet of some songs. We were singing some 10 songs. And the first song was a composition which we had done for Swami. So the composition had Telugu part, it had the Hindi part. So it had all that. This girl went to Swami with a book. She had written all the lyrics. Swami took the book. He was so happy. He started flipping. So the first page was our composition. And Swami just went through it. He glanced and then he started going to all other pages. Swami came back again to the first page and immediately he found out a mistake. And the girl who was seeing all of this, the girl who had gone with the booklet, she was very shocked. Swami found out the mistake immediately. And that's when we all thought that maybe Swami was a part of the composition. Just that we didn't realize. So every session we used to go to the washrooms after 12. Swami was a part of it. No wonder he could find the mistake so soon. Such small ways Swami was showing his presence to us, that I was there all the time when you were composing. And Swami acknowledged it that very day. And then Swami came to all of us. He blessed each one of us. We were so happy. We were like, Swami, getting this itself is such a great privilege. We never thought of it. And then we thought, okay, very satisfied. We sat in the Kulwant hall. And after that, Swami went to the boys. After that, he went to the interview room. And he went to the Bhajan Mandir. And then we got a message saying that Swami is calling all of you to the Bhajan Mandir. It was very happy. Now we were like, now something else is going to happen. And then we all went to Bhajan Mandir and then Swami was there sitting. I went with my harmonium right in front of him, sat. And then Swami says, it was like boys and girls were seated there. Even Swami had called the boys there. So Swami would look at me and he says, I start singing, and then I would play and we will sing, we all will sing. And then Swami would say, stop, and he would look at boys and he would say, okay, now you sing. Like that, we sang all our songs. Swami was so happy, he enjoyed each and every song. And after that, Swami started talking to us. So again, I'm just going to go for a backstory again. So when I was in my 11th standard, that was my first time I had come far from my parents. And I felt very lonely. I was feeling so homesick that my parents are not with me and I'm not able to talk to them. I'm not able to be there because it's a hostel system where you will be staying in the hostel. And everything was new. Teachers were new. And my friends, I didn't have any friends there. I was like, Swami, I don't have any friend here. So one day Swami came to my dream and he said, Ranjini, I'm your friend. And then I was like, next day when I got up, I said, did Swami really come in my dream? But if he's saying he's my friend, does he know my name? And if he's friend, he's supposed to be joking with me. I'm like, friendship is that, right? When we have some good friends, they bully us, they keep pulling us down, they make a lot of jokes with us, we have hearty laugh. So I asked Swami, maybe it's a sort of a hallucination I had, maybe this was not a dream. Because I couldn't believe, how could Swami be a friend? Because he doesn't know anything about me. And with this thought had gone. Now coming back to the interview that we were having with Swami, the session. Inside the interview room, inside the Bhajan Mandir, when the session had started, Swami spoke to us. Suddenly he looked at me and he asked me, "What's your name?" I was startled. I was shocked. I was like, "What, Swami?" And then Swami said, "What's your name?" And then I said, "Swami Sai Ranjini." And Swami was not able to hear. So people around me, everybody, "Swami Sai Ranjini, Swami." And Swami said, "Oh, Sai Ranjini." Yeah. And then you won't imagine, Swami joked with my name for the next 5 minutes. He went on and on saying some things with the name, saying that, okay, before marriage it was Sai Ranjini, after marriage it was Mrs. Sai Ranjini. So he made such funny jokes were happening. Everybody was having hearty laugh. Swami was laughing. And then after all these conversations, Swami looked at me and he asked me, "Who is your friend?" I was little listening. I was taken aback. And then I said, "Swami, you are my true friend." And that's when I realized that Swami had satisfied each and every question, what I felt, the dream that I got. And he proved that, yes, this happened and yes, I'm your true friend. And whatever rules I had put in a friendship we should be having, Swami fulfilled all of them. He asked my name. He made a lot of jokes with it. And on top of it, the best thing was he proved it to me that, yes, he is my true friend. So I would like to sing the song which we had actually composed in the primary school, and Swami really enjoyed it so much. After this, we had gone to Anandpur campus. So in the Anandpur campus, as usual, here in Puttaparthi, we were so close to Swami. But now Anandpur was like 3 hours away from Puttaparthi. And it was the year 2007 when I went to do my bachelor's, my undergrad in Swami's university. In Anandpur again, the same set of things. We were like, the first year was over. When I went to my final year again, as I was telling in my 12th grade, again, the final year happens to be a more precious year because this is a year where we can have this beautiful opportunity to show our gratitude to Swami. And here the group was much bigger. We were like around 200 girls in the batch, in the final outgoing, the outgoing batch. So again, this was a new group. Everything was new. So we thought, okay, why don't we do the same thing what we did in our school days? And we thought of repeating the same set of prayers and everything. And we thought, okay, let's start the same positive reinforcement. So we would again pray to Swami daily, saying that Swami, you're blessing us. So this is in the month of January, that is during the sports meet. We used to have the system that is, after the sports meet is over, each and every campus will be given a chance to put up a music program in front of Swami. So all the three campuses, that is the Vrindavan campus, the Parthi campus, and the Anandpur campus, we would be given chance to have a music program in front of Swami. So that particular year, what happened was all the girls worked hard, and we all did our prayers and everything. And sports meet was over, and it was 14th January. That was a date which was given to us. We all were ready. We went to Kulwant Hall. We sat with our instruments again. So during this, Swami came out for darshan. He came, he straight went to the dais, he sat there. He told the boys to start bhajans. And we were here with an expectation that Swami is going to tell, okay, stop bhajans and say, okay, girls, you start. Nothing of these things happened. And then Swami said, Aarti. And our hopes were all breaking down. Like we were thinking, okay, Swami, what is happening? Where did we go wrong? Everything was fine. We stood united. We did whatever you want to do. Whatever you want your girls to do, we did everything for you. But that was a very sad moment where Swami, Aarti was over and Swami blessed and he left. And he had a smile on his face. He smiled at all of us. And then we were not understanding what was happening. And now with so much of sadness, the program, our trip, that trip had over and we all came back to Anandpur again. And now in the month of February, we had Shivaratri. So where we used to go again to Puttaparthi for the Shivaratri bhajans. We had the bhajans, we sang, everything was very nice. Swami was very happy with all of us. And this is on 12th of February when we had gone to Puttaparthi for Shivaratri. That day, suddenly we get a message. This was 13th of February. Swami sent a message saying that tell girls tomorrow they are going to come and put up music program in the mandir. We were again so shocked. Very unexpected way Swami had sent a message. We were, luckily we had practiced but this was something very unexpected, and again the whole group was so excited and was so happy. And that's when I realized the date was Feb 14th, it's a Valentine's Day. So Swami had his own beautiful plan. I guess he wanted to show that he loves us so much, and he had chosen a very beautiful day for our music program. We all went and sat. Swami came out and then he told us to start the music program. So to give a small context here, so here most of us are outgoing batch. There are students from the first year and then second year. There were two girls in my batch who were good singers, but somehow they couldn't sing in front of Swami for the past 3 years. After the third year, they'll all graduate and they'll go out. So these two girls have been waiting to sing in front of Swami, but somehow Swami would come for a very short time. The last few years has been like, as I told you, Swami would come only for 2 hours or maybe 1 hour. He would sit for bhajans and then he'll go. And these two girls couldn't sing in front of Swami and they were so sad. And there was this one bhajan which only these girls could sing very beautifully in our batch. And so these girls were ready with the bhajan. And our music program got over, girls sang all the songs, everything happened. And after that, Swami was still sitting there and Swami said, okay, start bhajans. And these two girls were there ready sitting with the bhajan and they sang. They sang, the bhajan was Danyo Ishwaramba and these two girls very beautifully they sang. And again, Swami, he couldn't, I think he was so happy with them, he just came down and straight he came to these two girls and stopped and he stood and heard the whole bhajan. I would like to sing this bhajan. Dhanya ho Ishwaramba, Dhanya ho So this was a very beautiful bhajan. Swami had come down and straight he went and sat in front of the girl. Just imagine this, no? They've been looking forward to this beautiful moment and here Swami has come all the way to them listening to the bhajan. What a beautiful moment that is. So we were all so happy and we know how much of hard work these two girls had put up and how Swami blessed. Such a beautiful sight to witness. After the Swami had sent word, okay, get saris. And after this, it was my and my friend's chance. So to give a context again, the bhajan was Arunachala Shiva, which we sang in front of Swami. So this bhajan we had planned to sing for Shivaratri, but we couldn't sing because it is a bhajan which boys sing usually. So we got a message before Shivaratri bhajan started saying that, sisters, we are going to sing this bhajan. Our teacher had got a message. And it had some few bhajans. In that, one of the bhajans was Arunachala Shiva. I was so disappointed. I said, what is this? And then finally the music program and the bhajans, my ma'am said, okay, why don't you guys sing Arunachala Shiva? And we were so happy, thinking that finally we're going to get a chance to sing this beautiful bhajan in front of Swami. And we started singing this bhajan. Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Aruna Shiva. Akshaya Linga, Atma Linga, Tejomaya Vigraha Linga. Suddenly Swami looked at me here and then he looked at the boys and see, they're singing your bhajan. In my mind, constantly this feeling was going. I said, Swami, finally we could sing and nobody is there between you and us and we're able to sing this bhajan. But Swami, I guess he knows each and every thought we have in our mind and he looked at me in a very notorious smile. He said, see, girls are singing your bhajan. And that's when I thought, only a friend can do this. Friend was able to openly, say this and make fun of me. It was a very beautiful sight. And then I sang the whole bhajan. And after this, the next two girls were ready with that bhajan. And then Swami suddenly called all of us for a photograph. So as I was telling you, the whole batch would come together and pray to Swami. So this was a moment. The girls had started Vithala Narayana. And this was happening on the mic. The girls were singing on the mic. And suddenly Swami is saying photo. All of us, we left everything. And that moment, one thing was going in my head. Swami, now who's going to sing the bhajan? Is there going to be complete silence? How are we going to manage this? And of course, we don't want to miss this beautiful chance, the photograph with Swami. But the amazing thing happened was the whole campus, the 500 girls, they sang Vithala Narayana. It was such a beautiful sight to see the whole campus singing Vithala Narayana, and Swami was so happy. He clicked the photo with us, and then after that, Swami blessed all of us. He went to the stage and he blessed each and every student. From there, he went on showing Abhyahasta and he was blessed all of them. That's what I'm saying, the prayer sessions, what we do, and how beautifully Swami answered. His planning and his way of doing things is amazing. And I think time is over. Are we having?
You have time for telling one.
Is it?
Yeah, you can extend sometime, no worries. You can. It's up. Feel free.
Yeah, okay. So this is again the photograph which is there right here with the Swami. So it is about that experience I would like to share. This was in the month of November in my final year. So we were like around 24 of us, the captains, we were there. And on 16th of November, we got a message. We were told, we just sent that Swami is going to call us. We're going to be going to some place. And they told us to keep some cards ready. So girls were again excited, but we didn't know what was going to happen. This was a surprise element. They didn't tell us exactly what's going to happen. So most of them, girls, were busy with making the cards, like 24 of us, and then each and everybody, we were given some things. For example, I was given groundnut to take to Swami. Some girl was given coconut. Some girl had taken akshadam. Some girl had a aarti plate. So like that, 24 of us, some few girls had beautiful cards, which girls had made, and they could take that card to Swami. And then there was a girl with a beautiful bouquet. She could take that to Swami. So what happened was we were all taken and we didn't know what was happening. So we were nearing Kulwant Hall and suddenly the gate had opened. This is the gate where Swami's Yajur Mandir is there. And we were so shocked. We were taken to Swami's house. We were taken to Yajur Mandir. So all 24 of us, we went. This was one room in Swami's house. And we were made to sit there and Swami came and it was just Swami, girls and our two teachers there and nobody else. So before this, my teacher told, so we were like 4 singers in the whole group. And she told us, Ranjini, be ready with some songs. Because in case you have chance, you can sing songs for Swami. So we were like, okay, ma'am, we'll be ready with the songs. And after this, after Swami blessed each one of us with our things and everything happened, we were all surrounding Swami and sitting. And that time, I asked Swami in Tamil, I said, Swami, oru paatu paadalama Swami. Can we sing a song for you? And then Swami looked at me and he said, Apparam. Apparam means later. So I was like, okay, Swami. So this later, we don't know when it's going to come. It could be tomorrow, or it could be a month, or it could be a year. We don't know this. So this later was not specified. But then there's one more thought going that the whole batch, that is around 200 of us, we used to pray to Swami daily that we could sing for him. So this, again, I felt bad that only 24 of us were there inside this room. But then Swami now he had told Apparam, and then I thought, okay, maybe let's see what's going to happen or not. And now this is 22nd of November, that is a convocation day. We were all seated there in Mandir. And then Swami had come that day, and then the complete ceremony took place. At the end of the session, Swami was there. He told, "Can you all sing a song for me?" And you won't imagine the whole campus, including the brothers, the whole Anandpur campus, all the university, all together we sang songs for Swami. And Swami was so happy. And at the end of the song, Swami said, "My hunger is all satiated." It was in the afternoon, 2 o'clock. And Swami said, "You all must be so hungry, you should all go and eat." So we'll end this program with this beautiful song for Swami. And just imagine this, how beautifully Swami is enjoying this. We can all sing it together. हमको तुमसे प्यार कितना, हमको तुमसे प्यार कितना, सारी तुम ही जानते, दिलों की धड़कन तुम हो साई, तुम हमारे प्राण हो, हमको तुमसे प्यार है, we love you, dear Sai, we love you, we love you, dear Sai, we love you. నీవులేని మా జీవనం, నీరులేని చెప్పవేదనం, నీ సన్నిధే మాకు పెన్నిధి, నీదు చూపే ప్రాణ సమానం, నీకు మాకు ఒకే బంధము, అది ప్రేమ हमको तुमसे प्यार कितना, सारी तुम ही जानते, दिलों की धड़कन तुम हो साई, तुम हमारे प्राण हो, हमको तुमसे प्यार है, we love you, dear Sai, we love you, we love you, dear Sai, we love you, dear Sai, we love you, dear Sai, we love you. Sairam.
Sairam, Sister Sai. On behalf of Sri Satyasai Center of Kansas, we would like to thank you from the bottom of our heart for sharing your divine experiences on this auspicious occasion.
Sairam, thank you so much. It's a beautiful privilege for us. On this lovely day, we could speak about Swami's love and being the most beautiful mother for all of us.
Yes.
Sairam, very nice speech.
Sairam, Sai Ranjini. சாய்ராம் ரஞ்சினி, நீங்க வந்து இந்த 1 hourல வந்து எல்லாமே மறந்து மறந்து லைக் உங்களோட இனிய குரல்ல லைக் நாங்கெல்லாம் வந்து அப்படியே புட்டபர்த்திக்கு போன ஒரு ஃபீலிங் இருந்தது. அதை நான் தமிழ்ல சொல்றேன். ஜஸ்ட் ஃபார் த பெனிஃபிட் ஆஃப் த பார்ட்டிசிபென்ட்ஸ், I told her that for the last 45 minutes I forgot about everything. I mean, nothing mattered at all. And her sweetness in her voice, everything, like it was as if like we were transported to Patti and I was like seeing him. So ரொம்ப நன்றி.
Thank you so much, Saira. It's a privilege for us, we could really think and relive those beautiful moments.
Yeah, correct.
Sairam Ranjini, நான் ஜெனிஃபர் பேசுறேன் மிஷிகன்ல இருந்து. நீங்க மிஷிகன் வந்தப்போ நீங்க 2 பேரும் குழந்தையோட வந்திருந்தப்போ நீங்க சுவாமியோட பர்த்டேக்கு வந்து நீங்க ஸ்பீச் கொடுத்தீங்க. தெரிஞ்ச உடனே அன்னைக்கு போன தடவை உங்க ஹஸ்பண்ட் பேசினப்பையும் கேட்டோம். இன்னைக்கு நீங்க பேசுறதையும் விட்டுறக்கூடாதுன்னு தான் நாங்க கேட்டோம். நாங்க ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம் ரஞ்சினி.
Sister, we really were overwhelmed listening to your experiences, and every bit of that experience touched our hearts. Thank you, and Sairam.
Thank you so much, Sairam.
Oh, you're welcome.
Your song makes me cry. Thank you very much.
Sairam. So now we'll be doing 30 seconds meditation now, followed by thought for the day, Mrityunjaya Mantram and Harati.
Asato ma sabdamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityormam amritam gamaya. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Sairam, thought for the day from Prashanti Noyam for Wednesday. Though Mother Ishwarama had no formal education, she conducted herself in an exemplary manner. She was one of profound wisdom. We should not criticize others. We should not hurt others or make fun of them. We should love all. This is what Mother Ishwarama taught everybody. Do your duty sincerely. Then you will certainly progress in life. Whoever one may be, one should follow the sacred teachings of elders. Many students do not pay heed to the words of their mother. It is a great mistake. Mothers should speak from their heart, wishing the welfare of their children. You should understand their feelings and give due respect to their words. Obey the commands of your parents. You will certainly be blessed with all types of education and strength. You do not need to make any special efforts to acquire them. Never disregard the words of your parents. Follow them with love and sanctify your life. Thought for the day for Thursday. Buddha taught one great truth to the world. He declared that it is not what the Vedas and scriptures say that constitutes truth. People should bear in the mind that non-harming is a supreme virtue. Do not cause harm to anyone by thought, word, or deed. What does Purnima, full moon, signify? It signifies wholeness. When the mind is filled with love, it achieves fullness. As long as the mind is filled with darkness, evil thoughts, there is no meaning in observing Buddha Purnami. Get rid of this darkness. Without the light of love in the heart, what is the use of having illuminations outside? Light the lamp of the divine in your minds, banish hatred and envy from your hearts. Man is the victim of 2 evil planets, attachment and hatred, raga and dvesha. To escape from this grip, the only way is to cultivate love, Baba. Sairam, now we'll be doing Mrityunjaya Mantram 11 times, followed by Harti.
Om त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् ॐ 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 शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Sairam, now we are doing Harti. Sai Ranjani, do you want to do Harti today? You can do it. Can you? Sairam?
Sairam, yeah.
Sairam, yeah, you are there? Okay.
Yeah, I'm there.
You have harmonium, right? You want to render Harti to Swami today?
Oh, yeah, I'll sing it. I'll sing it.
Please, please.
Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Satya Sai Hare Bhakta Jana Samrakshak Bhakta Jana Samrakshak Bhakti Maheshwara Om Jai Jagadish Hare Shashi Vandana
परमं पवित्रं बाबा विभूतिं परमं विचित्रं लीला विभूति परमार्थ इष्टार्थ मोक्ष प्रदानं बाबा विभूतिम् idamaśrayami. Sacred, holy and supreme is Baba's Vibhutim, pouring forth in brilliant streams display of Vibhutim. So auspicious is its might, it grants liberation. Baba's Vibhutim, its power protects us. Paramam pavitram Baba Vibhutim Paramam vichitram Leela Vibhutim Paramartha Ishtardha Moksha Pradhanam Baba Vibhutim Idamaśrayami. Sai Baba's Vibhutim idamaśrayami. Om. Om.
Sairam Andi.
Sairam from Michigan.
Oh, Sairam.
Sairam Andi.
Thank you for the organizers.
Yeah, thank you for the organizers.
Divine plan, yeah, all is grace.
Sairam.
Sarvajit for cooperating.
Sarvajit, yeah.
Yes, yes.
Sairam, everyone. Sairam.
Sairam.